up, y'all? It's your girl Ish, and I am back to feed the girls. Today, we are talking about episode 4 of Hazbin Hotel, and this episode is all about one of my favorite characters in this show, Angel Dust. And when I tell you this episode comes full and equipped with the shock factor, when you watch it, you are going to clutch your pearls. So, if you're ready, let's get into it. This episode starts with Angel Dust tied to a chair, struggling, and he is being held hostage by this man who is supposedly looking for his boss. Angel is like, I'm not telling you. And then the kidnapper is like, well, I guess I'm going to have to fuck it out of you. And I was immediately like, excuse me, do what? Turns out it was one of Angel's adult films that he performed in, and he was showing all of his members of the hotel the video for show and tell. Much to Vaggy's dismay and Charlie's surprise, Nifty, first of all, she was all into it because, you know, she loves debauchery too. And then Husk proceeds to criticize the film, saying it wasn't a very convincing interrogation scene. Husker, you knew what you were looking at. You were not focusing on that damn interrogation scene. That comment from Husk, however, sets Angel off, and Angel and Husk get into an argument over the porno. Does anyone else get a feeling like this is setting up the skeletal workings of a relationship between these two? But then Husk goes on a rant about how everyone at the hotel likes to bitch and moan to the bartender. And Husk, he's a bartender at the hotel, if I didn't mention that before. Husker, his character is held tightly on a leash by Alistair, which we'll find out in later seasons. But anyway, Husker calls Angel fake. So these two continue to fuss until Valentino calls Angel back to the studio so he can get back to work. Charlie wants Angel to stay at the hotel, but Angel says that he can't. He has to go to work. So Charlie decides to take it upon herself to try to convince Valentino to give Angel the day off. And let's jump into Angel's job. Angel is a porn star who works at the V's headquarters. And we talked about the V's in the last episode, who they are. They're like the different social media demons. He is about to do a scene here where he's about to get him banged out by this whole group of people who also work at the V's headquarters in the porno department. They all work for Valentino. So when Charlie shows up to the studio, Angel wants her to leave immediately, but Valentino sees Her Highness and he decides to let her stay while they all work. But Valentino instantly regrets it when Charlie starts interrupting the shoot, even sets the scene on fire, and Valentino wants her out of there immediately. She is messing with his money. Then Angel is pulled into his dressing room by Valentino and he is beaten, thrown around, abused. Valentino thinks that Angel wanted Charlie to make Valentino give him the time off, but Angel really did not. In fact, Angel did not even want Charlie anywhere around his workplace. Maybe that's because Angel sees Charlie in the hotel as something good, and he sees his workplace and his line of work, and especially Valentino, as something really vile and bad. Once you have something good, you don't want to lose it. In fact, you are going to do anything to try to protect it. Just like Angel Dust does in the scene when he is begging Valentino to not hurt Charlie. And here we learn that Angel, whose real name is Anthony, signed his soul over to Valentino. And it is such a shitty deal. When I tell you, Angel is abused every single day in every way imaginable by Valentino, it is disgusting. When Valentino and Angel leave the dressing room and he throws Angel around, Charlie sees this and some of her princess powers, her, divine gift that she got from her daddy starts to show. But she instantly simmers when Angel kicks her out of the studio himself, telling her that if she really wants to help him, she would just get the fuck out. Once Charlie leaves, we get one of the saddest, most screwed up songs of the show, but it is so good. If you listen to the lyrics and watch the video, you can see that Angel really hates the situation. He does drugs, partially because he's forced to do them, and another part is because it helps him drown out the pain and deal with the reality of his situation.
And yeah, to be honest, even in real life, this is the reality for so many people. That's why they use the drugs. That's why, sometimes it's an addictive personality. Sometimes people just want the pain to go away. And that's real talk. So during his shoot, we see the contrast of him acting in the scenes versus the true fear and sadness inside of him. If you look at the video and you catch glimpses of his face, he says in the song, "Any way you want me, baby, that's the way you'll have me." But at the same time, Angel is singing, "My story's gonna end with me dead from your poison." In his scenes, Angel, he's going to pretend, because he has to, that he is just this sex fiend, this sexual, just deviantly, nasty person, because that's what he has to do. That's part of the contract. That's how they're going to get their money. And by their money, I mean Valentino's money. But Angel also knows that this is only going to end badly for him. Valentino's probably going to kill him either way. And he's probably never, ever going to let him out of the contract voluntarily. Then during the song, we see Angel sleeping with multiple people, doing a lot of BDSM. Then we see the scene of Angel getting raped by Valentino. That's Valentino in that video. And yes, you guys, he has to sleep with Valentino, his boss, sometimes. Often. And I think that's why sometimes Valentino can be real clingy towards Angel too. The situation is just a whole clusterfuck. Anyway, Angel mentions in a song that he just tells Valentino what he wants to hear. Then during all the sexual scenes, Angel dissociates. He thinks of something else, so he doesn't have to think about what's going on in the present moment. Angel Dust is so abused. He feels so hopeless, and that's why he tries to go to the hotel, because maybe, just maybe, something there can change his situation. Y'all, it is so sad and so heartbreaking. Angel goes back to the hotel after work, and he heads straight for the bar to get a drink. Huss says that, Angel, bro, you look like shit. But Angel tries to shake it off. I mean, clearly something is wrong with him. We all know that. Then he tries to hit on Husk. The two of them end up fussing and bickering again. Then Angel storms out of the hotel after telling Husk that Husk would be lucky to get a chance to fuck him. Because, of course, everyone in hell would like to fuck Angel. Vaggie sees Angel storm out of the hotel, and she tells Husk, go get him. It is clear that all three of them really, really do care about Angel Dust. I just hope that Angel Dust knows that. And by all three, I mean Husk, Charlie, and Vaggie. So at the bar, Husk sees these gangsters trying to drug Angel by putting a date rape drug in his drink. Husk is on some whip ass as he's fighting all of the gangsters in the bar, and then he drags Angel out of the facility. Angel tells Husk that he lets people drug him and take advantage of him all the time. Husk can't believe it. And to be honest, I really couldn't either. I was like, well, Angel, what are you doing? Husk was like, you're so self-destructive. You're self-destructing. Seems like you need a bartender to talk to. Wait a minute. Because Husk, were you not just complaining about how everyone at the hotel dumps all the problems on the bartender? And Angel calls him out for this too. Angel was like, oh, now you act like you care about me after how you treated me? Then Husk was like, well, maybe I'll treat you better if you were real. He said that Angel is always pushing his boundaries. I'm assuming he's talking about when Angel is being overtly sexual, and perverted towards him. And I get that. If he don't want it, he don't want it. But then we get some dialogue from Angel about how he truly feels and why he does what he does. I'm happy that he's being candid. Conversation with Husk. Then we get one of my favorite songs of the show as Husk tries to cheer Angel up and lets him know that they are basically in the same boat as each other. Different vices, but the same shitty situation. And we also learn that Husk is an overlord. The song is called Loser Baby, and I find myself singing it all the time, y'all. I just like the words in it and, just the camaraderie of, yeah. You gotta go listen to it for yourself. My favorite line in the song is,
You're a fucked up little whiny bitch. And I cackle every time I hear this song. But both characters, Husk and Angel, they're both on a demon's leash. I think what Husk was saying in this song was, Angel, you can confide in me. Let me know the truth. Just don't pretend that you, Angel, are something that you don't like being. If it's not you, it's not you. So this episode ends with a shootout, but all that matters is that Angel and Husk made up. We can see that it'll probably be only uphill for their relationship from here on out. Maybe I'm speaking too soon. I think that the relationship's going to be on the up and up from now. And now Angel knows that people in the hotel really do care about him. He has a place with people in his corner, people that he can confide in. And that is the end of episode 4. So many things happened. So many things were revealed in this episode, and I'm actually very happy that the show didn't censor this episode or downplay Angel's abuse. I am proud they showed it because people really go through things like this in real life. I mean, look at Cassie and P. Diddy and all the rest of the, Diddy Poppers victims. This happens in real life all the time. We get an in-depth view of all of the abuse that Angel Dust faces, which aids in his drug abuse, which aids in his sexual and physical abuse. It is all a snowball effect. The problems build up onto themselves until you're so far in and stuck that you cannot get out. Hopefully, Angel can get some healing and get redeemed some kind of way, even if the Hazbin Hotel is his only refuge in hell. I'm so happy he knows that the people at the hotel truly loves and care about him. And this will be his much needed support system. Everyone in life needs a support system.